The Lumiere, described as Grayson's finest hour, is without doubt Grayson's most well-known building. Its very commission by Tony Hewlin in early 1932 enticed Grayson to stay in Jersey and open his own office. The drawing shown is numbered E8EH32, showing that it was the 8th drawing of 1932 for the client Ernest Hewlin, otherwise known as Tony. This is actually the contract drawing signed on the 8th of June 1932 by Hewlin and the contractor Thomas Barker. The contract price was £3,997.18, and the completion of the work set for 6 months on 12th of December 1932. It's not known what the other tenders were, but Grayson wrote to Barker with the figures and said that, in his opinion, your own is the only real accurate tender. The others are absurdly high. Both he and Barker were somewhat over-optimistic, with the final price in the region of £10,000. Admittedly, the construction was not without problems and wasn't helped when, after 6 months, Thomas Barker requested, for personal reasons, to be released from the contract. This was granted, and Herbert Parker Davies, the site foreman, became the primary contractor. The house was finally completed after 19 months and featured in an article in the RBA Journal in November 1934. It was constructed using load-bearing external cavity blockwork with reinforced concrete for the balconies and timber joists for all floors and rooms. The outside was rendered with white snowcrete cement render and the plinth painted black. But it was on the inside that Grayson really went to town, designing everything from bespoke fitted furniture, lighting units, doors and rugs with geometric patterns. He even designed the dinner service. And there is a story about one of Hewlin's asking Grayson why there was a raised dais in the living room. Grayson explained that it was for the piano, but neither of us play the piano, was the reply. Grayson said, "Ah, but you will. A house like this needs a piano, so I've ordered you a Steinway." And the file actually contains this drawing by Grayson for a piano, but it appears from the photographs that the Hewlins put their foot down because you can't actually see any piano in the photographs. So the living room and a black faience fireplace surrounded by black glass and chromium plated strips, a fitted settee, curved window seat in the bay window, black painted storage units, a polished maple floor, and a pink acrylic and chromium light fitting, which you can see in the top left photograph. Metal plated double doors opened into the dining room, which had shiny black plaster walls and a peacock blue carpet. The furniture was of ebonized mahogany with chromium plated legs. The billiard room also had a polished maple floor, the walls covered with oak plywood and built-in seating. In the master bedroom, Grayson designed curved units to fit in the curve of the bay window, and the walnut dressing table still in situ when Richard took the photograph in 2000. In all, there were 4 bedrooms and 2 maids' rooms on the first floor. On the top floor, a small box room, 2 dens with access to the roof and sunroom in the curve of the bay window overlooking the arrow-shaped terrace below. Hewlin was no doubt surprised by the final cost of the house, which was more than 2.5 times the contract price. He was apparently further surprised by the cost of heating his new home. It is said that upon receiving his first fuel bill, he commented to Grayson that he hadn't expected to be heating the entire parish. Now, construction of the last 2 houses of the decade, Montfichet House and St Clair's Rectory, started in 1939 and was completed in 1940. On 28th of May that year, Grayson and his father decided to pack up their house in St Martin and evacuate to England with the intention of finding more work. They moved to Somerset and returned to Jersey on the 12th of December 1945. But with shortages in materials and little money to build large private houses, the post-war years were never as productive as those of the 1930s. Thank you.